All right, so I'm going to start in a standing and then sitting. So basically a standing position here is if I'm doing the same application of what I covered in the sitting and the prone, is that if I point the gun in the general direction of the targets and I'm trying to get squared up behind the target right here, two different methods of supporting the gun, because you can support it all the way forward, okay? So something in particular like this where you can lean into it and push into your barricade is fine, but you gotta remember if you have a bipod or something like that, it may not be a solid point of contact, all right? If you can, slide it all the way over and make contact with your stock. If it slides off and it winds up contacting the barrel, or if it's up here and it happens to wind up contacting on the side of the barrel, it's going to affect your accuracy. So you want to make sure that if you're being able to lean into this thing, you got good positive contact, and it's going to be nice and solid. It's not going to be touching your barrel. You want to have contact with a stock or something else. You can also fold up the bipod legs and do it like this also, and be able to get something in there and get a bite on your barricade and lean it into it a little bit. So right here, I can lean into it, make it fairly stable. And then all I got to do is worry about trigger control and fall through, all right? So controlling wobble, up and down wobble is going to be either your height or being able to bend your knees, and sometimes it'll wind up just kind of moving your feet backwards or forwards in order to get your body kind of comfortable behind the gun and making things stable. So being able to be right here, all right, even though my barricade's kind of angled away from my point of impact, and if I have my hand up here, I can put my support hand, wherever I get to make the gun stable. It doesn't really matter where I put it. Sometimes I'll pin it up here. If you have the bipod legs down, right, what you want to make sure you don't do is you don't want to put your hand up here in between the bipod or behind the bipod and pinch your fingers. Because when the gun recoils, what's going to happen?
Ouch.
Bust your ass.
All right. So that's really going to hurt. So you can have it up here, pin it, just make sure you're not going to get pinched or slam your hand into anything whenever the gun recoils. So being able to pin the gun up here, have it in my shoulder, hold it fairly stable right there. Left and right wobble. Sometimes switch into position of your feet. Most people will stand here with their left foot forward if they're shooting straight on, because they're right-handed, they're gonna have the left foot forward. But sometimes you can go perfectly squared up, or sometimes having a right foot forward will get rid of some of that wobble. So making small